When you think of Bruce Lee, you picture lightning-fast kicks and powerful punches, movements so quick and precise they almost seem superhuman. His speed and strength have become the stuff of legend, inspiring generations of martial artists and athletes around the world. But what truly set Bruce Lee apart wasn't just his physical prowess, it was his relentless dedication to achieving physical perfection. Every drop of sweat, every rep, every moment in the gym was part of a bigger mission, to push the boundaries of what the human body could do. Bruce Lee wasn't just a martial artist or a movie star, he was a true fitness pioneer. He sculpted his body with a purpose, aiming for ultimate combat efficiency. His approach to training was revolutionary, blending science, philosophy, and sheer willpower. Lee believed that every muscle should serve a purpose, no wasted effort, no unnecessary bulk. He trained for a physique that was lean, strong, and incredibly fast, always seeking the perfect balance between power and agility. Standing at 5'8" and weighing around 140 pounds, Lee's body was pure muscle, no excess, just explosive power. He defied the stereotypes of what a fighter should look like, proving that size isn't everything when it comes to strength and speed. This wasn't luck or genetics, it was the result of a disciplined, self-designed training regimen. Lee meticulously tracked his progress, constantly refining his workouts to maximize results. His commitment to improvement was unmatched. Lee was obsessed with learning. He built a personal library of thousands of books on fitness, nutrition, philosophy, and martial arts. He studied everything from anatomy to psychology, always searching for new ways to improve his mind and body. His motto was simple but profound: absorb what is useful, discard what is useless, and add what is specifically your own. This philosophy guided not just his training, but his entire approach to life and martial arts. After a grueling fight in 1964 left him completely exhausted, Lee realized that traditional training methods weren't enough. He needed to evolve, to find new ways to push his limits and recover faster. So, he reinvented his entire approach to fitness and martial arts. Lee began blending Western bodybuilding, gymnastics, and boxing with Eastern martial arts, creating a hybrid style that was decades ahead of its time. He experimented with new exercises, routines, and philosophies, always staying open to innovation. While others stuck to one style or tradition, Lee saw the bigger picture. He believed that to be a complete fighter, you had to be a complete athlete, strong, flexible, fast, and adaptable in any situation. His innovative training methods produced a legendary physique and abilities that still inspire athletes, martial artists, and fitness enthusiasts today. Bruce Lee set a new standard for what the human body could achieve. Bruce Lee's body was a weapon, but his mind, the true engine behind his greatness, remains his most powerful legacy, reminding us that mastery is a journey of both body and spirit. For Bruce Lee, training wasn't just a hobby, it was the very structure of his existence. Every decision, every hour was shaped by his relentless pursuit of self-mastery. His days were not left to chance, they were meticulously crafted to maximize growth, discipline, and performance. Each day was mapped out with multiple training sessions, each one targeting a different aspect of fitness: strength, speed, flexibility, and skill. Lee believed that true progress came from variety and precision, so he left nothing to improvisation. Mornings began before the sun rose, often with gentle stretching and core work, sometimes even before he left his bed. This early focus on flexibility and mobility set the tone for the rest of the day, priming his body for the challenges ahead. After warming up, he'd launch into a brutal ab routine, convinced that a powerful core was the foundation of all movement. He pushed through the burn, knowing that every rep made him stronger from the inside out. Afternoons alternated between strength and cardio, with Lee switching between heavy weightlifting and intense running sessions. This balance ensured he developed both explosive power and lasting endurance, never neglecting one for the other. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays were dedicated to running, long distances, sprints, and everything in between, always pushing his limits. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays were for weights, where he focused on building raw strength and muscle definition through disciplined lifting routines. Evenings were reserved for martial arts, hours spent perfecting punches, kicks, and drilling technique. This was his time to refine his craft, turning repetition into mastery. Lee's multi-session approach was radical for his era. While most athletes trained once a day, he broke his day into focused blocks, each with a clear purpose and goal. This structure allowed him to push every aspect of his fitness to the absolute limit, never settling for mediocrity or comfort. Consistency and intensity were his trademarks. He never coasted, never took it easy. Every session was an opportunity to test his willpower and sharpen his edge. Day by day, through sweat and discipline, Bruce Lee built himself into a more formidable warrior, proving that greatness is forged in the details of daily effort. For Bruce Lee, strength was about function, not show. He rejected bodybuilding's focus on size, instead training for explosive real-world power. His routines centered on compound movements: squats, bench presses, clean and presses, and rows. Workouts were short but intense, just 1 or 2 sets per exercise, always at maximum effort. He trained with weights 3 times a week, each session lasting only 20-30 minutes. Lee emphasized speed, lifting explosively to build the kind of power that translates to a knockout punch. This velocity training was revolutionary, programming his body for shocking force. At a time when martial artists avoided weights, Lee proved strength training could make fighters faster and more powerful. He bridged the gap between bodybuilding and martial arts, adapting the best principles for combat. His approach made him stronger without sacrificing speed or flexibility. Bruce Lee's strength was built for battle, not for the mirror. Bruce Lee believed the core was the source of a fighter's true power. He trained his abs daily, forging a midsection that was both armor and engine. His routine included sit-ups, leg raises, side bends, and rotational twists, each hitting the core from a different angle. High reps and multiple sets pushed his abs to exhaustion. The dragon flag, his signature move, demanded total body control and immense core strength. In the 60s and 70s, few understood the importance of core training. Lee was ahead of his time. Today, athletes everywhere follow his lead, but back then, his chiseled abs were a rare sight. The real secret? His core gave him the explosive power behind feats like the 1-inch punch. Bruce Lee knew that strength and skill meant nothing without endurance. He built his cardio engine with intense running, 3 days a week, mixing sprints and steady paces. Sometimes he'd run with light dumbbells to boost arm and shoulder endurance. Jump rope was another favorite, sharpening his footwork and timing. On strength days, he'd add stationary bike sessions for extra cardio without joint stress. This variety kept his training fresh and his stamina unmatched. While others neglected conditioning, Lee made it a cornerstone of his regimen. Superior stamina let him outlast and outpace any opponent. His relentless cardio training ensured his body could match his fighting spirit. All of Bruce Lee's physical training served one purpose: martial mastery. He practiced with intensity and intelligence, dividing sessions between punching and kicking days. Punching days meant hundreds of reps, on the heavy bag for power, speed bag for timing, and focus mitts for accuracy. Sometimes he'd shadow box with light weights to build speed and endurance. Kicking drills were just as rigorous, with relentless practice of side kicks, hook kicks, and more. Flexibility training was essential, giving him the range for high, fast kicks. Lee analyzed every movement, always seeking more efficiency and power. He drilled until techniques became instinct, ready for any situation. His fusion of supreme conditioning and technical mastery set him apart. Bruce Lee's martial practice was a relentless pursuit of perfection. Bruce Lee's legacy is more than movies or martial arts. He was a revolutionary in fitness and philosophy. His influence transcends generations, inspiring not just martial artists but anyone seeking self-improvement. He broke barriers, blending bodybuilding, athletics, and martial arts into a system for peak performance. Lee's innovative approach to training combined the best elements of various disciplines, creating a holistic method that is still revered today. His abilities were legendary: 1-inch punches, finger push-ups, and speed that defied cameras. These feats were not just for show, they were the result of rigorous training and an unyielding commitment to excellence. But his true difference was mindset, training body and mind for self-discovery and growth. Lee believed that mental fortitude was just as important as physical strength, and he practiced meditation and mindfulness to achieve balance. Using no way as way, having no limitation as limitation, he lived this, always learning and evolving. This philosophy encouraged adaptability and continuous learning, principles that are crucial in any field. Lee's approach to functional fitness, cross-training, and core strength is now standard for athletes everywhere. His methods have been integrated into modern training regimens, proving their timeless value. He was the original mixed martial artist in combat and in the gym. Lee's ability to blend different fighting styles laid the groundwork for what we now know as mixed martial arts, MMA. His story inspires millions to be better fighters and better people. Lee's life and teachings continue to motivate individuals to push their limits and strive for greatness in all aspects of life. He showed that with clear goals, curiosity, and relentless will, anyone can transform themselves. Lee's journey from a young martial artist to a global icon is a testament to the power of determination and vision. Bruce Lee's body was his masterpiece, but his greatest gift was the blueprint he left for us all. His training methods, philosophies, and life lessons serve as a guide for anyone looking to improve themselves. His philosophy of constant improvement is his true legacy. Lee's belief in perpetual growth and self-betterment is a principle that continues to inspire and guide people around the world. Bruce Lee proved that human potential is limitless if we dare to pursue it. His life is a powerful reminder that with dedication, innovation, and an open mind, we can achieve extraordinary things.